This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, the DCC and University of Otago look to establish a warrant of fitness for rentals. It's toy time again, and it seems there is no substitute for in-store purchasing. And not quite a fluffy animal story, it's wee kiddies in the award-winning garden they grew. Good evening, I'm Craig Story. The University of Otago is working with the Dunedin City Council on a rental warrant of fitness to be introduced next year. Researchers plan to involve rental properties around the city as they study current living conditions, but it is expected to take some time before any real changes are made.
Making a house a home. The city's rental properties are being included in a University of Otago study to see how living situations affect people's health and well-being. And it's work that's of interest to local government.
So we've been working with the University of Otago for some time now. We were all part of the national trial to examine an assessment tool if there was to be a warrant of fitness. They've taken that piece of work to the next step and are now looking at really testing if there was a warrant of fitness put in place, what effect would that have?
There are around 18,000 rental homes in Dunedin. The homes involved in the study will be checked for adequate ventilation, heating, safety and hygiene. Council staff have agreed to look into the issues but say there will be some delay before the inspections can go ahead.
It's quite a big piece of work because we can only do it through a bylaw or a change in legislation. So we need to examine the risks of doing that and work with our communities when we decide how we might implement that.
The Dunedin City Council adopted a social wellbeing strategy in 2013, which identified housing as Dunedin's #1 social issue. Staff are eager to see the warrant of fitness test become permanent following the university study.
We have old and cold houses and it affects our population, particularly those who are less well off, more than anything else. And so it's a real priority for the DCC is to improve that housing, and this is an opportunity for us to explore ways of doing that.
If the Healthy Homes Initiative study is approved, homes will be inspected next year. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
Dunedin police are investigating the theft of over $30,000 worth of sunglasses from a central city mall. The theft from the Sunglass Hut kiosk inside Meridian Mall occurred on Wednesday night between 10 and 11 p.m. A staff member found sunglasses strewn across the ground and 3 unlocked drawers open when she returned to the store yesterday morning. Officers say it appears the locks had been popped open as there was no damage to the drawers. Police aren't releasing the CCTV footage they have because they say that the quality is too poor. Local stores are brimming with customers in the lead up to Christmas Day. Toy store staff have found the presence of online shopping is no deterrent for customers wanting to buy in person. And with less than a week to go, the shops are only set to get busier.
Picking up a bargain. Residents are packing out local stores to pick up gifts in the lead up to Christmas, and it's retailers that are reaping the rewards.
It's been great, it really has. It started to pick up as it always does at this time of the year. Every day's busy, every day's exciting, every day we keep running out of toys.
Staff are noticing trends emerging in what customers are buying. Lego has been flying off the shelves at an exceptional rate, and with the launch of the new Star Wars movie, merchandise has been a sellout.
This year we've got all sorts of things that have been popular. There's the obvious Lego, which is always a big thing at Christmas or any other time of the year, but we've got balloons, water balloons, which have been advertised on telly as well, and you can fill up 100 water balloons with just one tap at one time.
Local business owners have been worried about the presence of online shopping taking away business, and items such as iPhones and laptops have been threatening toy sales as technology tops a lot of young children's wish lists. But this store owner is confident that toys in hand will always be a favourite for kids.
It's always difficult because that's kind of the way it's going, but There are a lot of parents out there that love traditional toys and love to get their kids away from screens and out there actually playing outside.
It's just 1 week until Christmas, and this store, like many others, is set to get even busier ahead of Santa's arrival on the 25th. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
The Southern District Health Board is reaching out to the public to have their say about the organisation's future. Staff today launched a program aimed at establishing a vision of what the Health Board should look like in the coming years. The first phase of the Southern Future program will focus on engaging with those staff keen to have their opinions heard. Over the next 3 months, patients, families and other stakeholders will also be asked to take part. Several forum sessions are being planned for the new year. Local preschoolers are celebrating a win in the garden. For the past few months, the kids at Helen Deem Kindergarten have been taking part in a flower growing competition, and their commitment to the cause is paying off.
It's not Jack, but Lockie in the beanstalk. These local preschoolers have been growing sunflowers as part of a nationwide gardening competition. It's about showing young children how to care for plants.
The children absolutely love them because of the huge heads that we get. And I'm interested in gardening. Our head teacher's interested in gardening as well. And from that, the children have taken on board that interest because a lot of people now don't have gardens. So the children, it's a good thing for them to be doing.
Helen Deem Kindergarten is the Otago regional winner for their tallest sunflower, measuring 134 centimetres. It's a feat staff are pleased with, especially after combating the city's harsh weather over the past few months.
It's been a bit cold and you know, we've had rain, but we've had lots of winds where we thought we would lose a few too because they were quite strong.
Although it's the last day of kindy for the year, work in the garden won't stop. Staff plan to come in over the holiday period to maintain the sunflowers in the hope of claiming another win.
We go into the late bloomers category, which is in January, and the kindy with the biggest head will win that competition.
Wilson says the competition has been helpful not only in teaching the children about sunflowers, but also gardening in general. And as the competition winds up, she's confident those skills will continue to bloom. Ruby McAndrew, 39 Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, an expanding, ageing population that works later and longer seems to be our future, and Dunedin City Mayor Dave Cull reviews his busy year.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warrant of fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield, with over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
Pallet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pallet fires, so easy, so efficient.
I understand now how economics can affect global warming.
And I found out how grass growth in New Zealand affects Fashion Week in Milan. I can even tell you how smartphone technology affects the survival of mountain gorillas. Sorry.
Because at the Otago Business School, it's not just about the world of business, it's how business affects the world.
I'm Kim. Michaela.
David. And this is our place in the world.
Take your place in the world.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484-7272.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
McClellan Refrigeration is your one-stop shop for heat pumps in Dunedin. We have a range of heating, air conditioning and refrigeration solutions. We also have 20 years experience. McClellan Refrigeration, call us on 477 0088.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. The New Zealand labour force is projected to keep growing, and it's been driven by a growing population and an increasing number of people working into older age. Currently, around 2.5 million people are in the labour force, both employed and unemployed, and the new projections from Statistics New Zealand indicate the labour force will increase by 200,000 people by 2023. However, long term, it's expected to slow down, with projections indicating a total labour force of around 3 million people in the next 30 years. On that note, let's take a look at today's financials. Very small changes across the board, 250 down on the Dow Jones. Snakes will have their ladders though. The FTSE is up 41 and the Nikkei at 25. And very small, negligible changes across all of the currencies that we observe. The yen relatively stable this time of year. The pound and the euro very much the same. And it's been a busy year in Dunedin with severe weather events, international sporting tournaments and the royal visit and other big civic projects. Local authorities have dealt with it all, and Mayor Dave Cull joins us to talk about the highs and the lows. And a very good evening, Mayor Cull.
Good evening.
What are you most proud of this year?
I think on a sort of a specific level, the communities rising to the challenge of losing the courthouse, the communities rising to the welcoming of refugees.
Indeed.
But at a council level, it's more about achieving a whole lot all at the same time. We've had a very successful joint effort between staff and councillors in achieving the big aims like accelerated debt reduction, keeping rates down, but at the same time we've been overhauling the whole council and reviewing everything there. And that includes the council-owned companies and the stadium. We've been able to at the same time invest in our community and cycleways, etc. And we've been developing a set of new strategies, the environment strategy, the arts and culture strategy. So I'm pretty proud of the fact that council, as an entity, staff and elected members have achieved a tremendous amount all at once over a pretty challenging year.
It seems to be a consistent period of growth. So the council is continuing to grow.
There's fewer staff there, but we're doing quite a lot more.
Okay. A lot of new staff, as you just said, especially at the management level. How's the tinkering with management changing things?
I think that we're developing a new culture there and new work practices that are not only more efficient and saving money, but they're also making the accountability and the responsibilities clearer to everyone, including staff and the community.
This has been a difficult year. What's been your biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge is probably inside. One or two councillors consistently and mischievously undermining council. And it's not just a matter about them misrepresenting it and not telling the truth. It's actually a waste of resource. It could be more constructively utilised. All that energy goes into dealing with that stuff and it doesn't achieve anything. So That's a challenge. Could be more constructive.
Right, much smoke, little fire. Right, we had storms this year. Everybody was affected by them. How do you think the city has weathered them?
I think we have weathered them not badly. I think, though, that it's been pretty tough on a few people, especially in the South Dunedin community, who probably aren't back where they would have been had the storm in June, for instance, not happened. We've learned a tremendous amount from them, and I think that going forward, that is going to be the big challenge.
Okay. It's been a big year. What are your standout moments?
There's been one or two. I think had a pretty bad moment realising that Dunedin, of all the centres in the country, was the worst and most extensively affected by sea level rise. Good things, some fantastic events at the stadium. For me, I went to the inaugural New Zealand-China Mayoral Forum in China, which was the first time ever. That was pretty special. And I got a new grandson. That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. Right. Right, so local elections are next year. Are you going to run? You keen for another term?
To be quite honest, I haven't made a final decision, but that will be one of the things I'll be doing over the holiday break.
Excellent. Very quickly, how are you going to spend your holidays?
I'm going to spend it in central Otago. I'll be cycling, gardening, chopping firewood, playing with my grandkids and reading and probably having the odd glass of wine.
Have a wonderful rest.
You too.
Thank you very much, sir. After the break on 39 Dunedin News, we'll review your take on parking machine services in the city, and we'll glance ahead to tomorrow's Otago Daily Times.
Help delay the signs of ageing with Collagen Plus from Silverhorn. Collagen Plus helps supplement your body's own natural production of collagen, giving you firmer, healthier, younger looking skin, shinier, healthier hair and stronger nails. It's restoring your beauty from within, and it's great value. 3-month supply, that's 180 capsules, is just $98. We'll pay the courier charge to you, and we'll give you a luxurious face cream as well. Beauty from the inside and the outside. Give us a call today, 0800 502 402.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility Scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 King Edward Street, opposite Westpac.
Congratulations, you're getting married. Hi, I'm James Morris, wedding celebrant, and it's my privilege and a pleasure to bring you the perfect ceremony for your perfect day. Don't wait or contemplate. Your consultation is free with no obligation. jamesmorris.co.nz.
Hedges are something we almost take for granted. A good hedge needs regular maintenance to look its best and to add value and character to your property. For all your hedge care needs, call the team at SGC Services on 0800 783 453.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now. They will love you forever.
It's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee, and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's very important that the customers, when they come in here, have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the Good Oil is all about.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices is just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget, we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
Get along to the Wings and Wheels Open Day, Sunday the 17th of January at Taieri Airfield. With over 600 historic vehicles on display, plus vintage and modern planes, loads of free kids entertainment, plane and helicopter rides, demos, stalls, delicious food and live music. That's Wings and Wheels Open Day 2016.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that parking machines have been out of service more than usual over the past couple of months due to a lack of technicians. The Dunedin City Council is working to rectify the situation, and its parking wardens are letting some people off without tickets. So this week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asked you, have you had problems with the DCC parking machines? 77% of you responded affirmatively. Goodness. And the Christmas break is nearly upon us, with 1 week to go until the big day itself, but not everyone will get time off to enjoy the holiday, and many people will stay in the city to work. So with that in mind, next week's 39 Dunedin News online poll asks, will you have time over the Christmas break for a holiday? You can vote at our website, dunedintv.co.nz, and let us know. Now it's time to take a look at what's making news in September. The city pushes to welcome refugees after the national quota is increased, and Dunedin's best speed skaters took to the ice for a national competition.
Like sand through the hourglass, a long-term approach to serious erosion at St Clair Beach was considered by the City Council. It was a particularly harsh winter, with heavy seas damaging the Esplanade sea wall and sand dunes. An entire bird species is believed to have been wiped out within the Orokonui Eco Sanctuary. Saddlebacks haven't been seen inside the reserve since June, and staff suspect rogue stoat were responsible, so they've put stops in place to eradicate the pest.
The dog came back without any positive indications. So I won't be so bold to say that we're stoat free, but the evidence is starting to more suggest that we don't have stoats than we do now.
The country's fastest ice skaters put their training to the test. Almost 100 competitors congregated in Dunedin for the National Speed Skating Championships. As civil war tears Syria apart, locals called for New Zealand's refugee quota to be permanently doubled. Immigration Minister and Dunedin MP Michael Woodhouse announced a special emergency intake of Syrian refugees, but a local refugee thinks the community can help at the grassroots level.
I think if you can be able to provide your home even for a day or until somebody can get back on their feet, then you make their, they owe you their lives.
Sugary drinks were removed from sale at Southern District Health Board sites. It's an order from the Ministry of Health to remove all sugary drinks off shelves as new research validates concerns about diet options. The national flag referendum was amended to include a fifth option. There was a nationwide push to add the red peak design, but a local academic said that's likely to be a waste of money.
I saw that the iPredict website, which is a political betting website where people can buy and sell stocks and political outcomes, has the chances of red peak winning at 21%. And I think that's overly inflated. I don't think there's anything like a 20% chance of red peak becoming our new flag.
Thousands of schoolchildren explored their culture at this year's Polyfest. The annual Otago event opened with a local guest, drawing hundreds of spectators. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The University of Otago is joining forces with Dunedin City Council to push for the introduction of a rental housing warrant of fitness. Stores in the central city are brimming with shoppers looking for the perfect gift as the deadline for Christmas shopping looms. And local preschoolers are celebrating success as their sunflowers take out a regional prize in a nationwide gardening competition. Now it's time to take a look at what's happening in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. Philip Somerville, go on.
Okay, right, stacks of stuff. It's the weekend paper.
Excellent.
Big story on drug testing in Otago is taking off. Lots and lots of companies, about 200 companies into it now, so it could be coming to a company near you. I don't think they catch that many. It's about 1 in 20, I think, but interested to read the story tomorrow. One of the pages has lots of pictures of Christmas lights around the suburbs, and then I started to dive into the Mix, the magazine section, cover story about the Warri Flat Folk Festival, now 40 years old, and then a mix of fashion, denim, heaven, so apparently denim's back, travel of course, films and food. Food was about Christmas and putting on weight over Christmas and what not to do there. And then there was another story with the heading Sex, Love and Robots, so I didn't have time to read that, so plenty there to
very
all sorts of
salacious, thank you
variety.
indeed.
Thank you.
And it's time now to have a look at our weather forecast. Interesting times ahead.
This weather report proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorns College and Plus.
And weather forecast, this is a quiet road in the town belt, is our weather shot. Around the city today, 18, 20 and 22, very close, gardens and the tidy, so pretty out there. The situation now is a trough of low pressure moves away from New Zealand and a warm northwesterly airstream over the South Island. The forecast for the main towns in the lower South Island for tomorrow: Invercargill, light southwesterly 17, Gore for the same, Te Anau's the same, and Alexandra, light winds fine and 19 for Queenstown, 19, 17, 19 all around the region, a few clouds here and there. Beautiful day. Here in Dunedin tonight, cloudy, a little drizzle, overnight low of 5, it's no biggie, but tomorrow 17, a low of 6, but Sunday, tropical 26 degrees, a low of 8, but a bit of overcast weather. And finally to Otago Pallet Fire's tidal and fishing information, high tide tomorrow morning 11 o'clock, low tide Sunday 6:56, fishing conditions are good, best of 8:35 a.m. And that's all from the team of good men and women of 39 Dunedin News. We'll leave you now with shots from the week that was. Live long and prosper, and we'll see you again on Monday. Goodbye.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.